I promise you I did brush my hair this morning, but it's got its own agenda. So I think what many of you don't realize is that I have a 5-year plan. So I decided when I bought this farm that I was going to give myself 5 years to turn this farm around and turn it back into a working farm, because remember, it had been abandoned for 60 years. So it's took 60 years to get into this state. It's definitely not going to take me 6 months or a year to get it back into shape again. Bit of a drizzly day today. It's been raining all night, but my goal in a rain break today is I want to move. I've moved most of the bottles. It's just this lot left now. Move the last lot of the bottles down to my bottle station down there near the house. But and then I've got, yeah, if the rain comes back, I've got a lot of online work. I've got like reports to write and bit of an inside work day today, I think. When it's cold and rainy outside, they do like to sleep in. Nice, warm, cozy, comfortable. Of course, I hate coming to wake them up, but... Whoops, my goodness. He gave him such a fright. Am I waking you up? Am I being mean just because I want to stroke you? So my plan over here is to get Frank the digger to come and level a whole big area here, because I'm wanting to build a barn down here, and like a brick and mortar barn, so that I can keep hay bales, the feed, and also have 2 maternity stalls for it'll be easier to insulate during winter, just in case I have piglets coming in winter. But so I want to have a big barn here, so then this shed will be just for tools, because at the moment it's got tools, feed, everything else in. So yeah, so I'm going to get Frank to come. He's going to like grade the road and level this area, and then also I'm going to get him to like dig out the foundations for this pole barn. And then this over here, I'm going to get that frame from the gazebo, and then strengthen the frame from the gazebo with some of these poles from the greenhouse, and then put the greenhouse cover over that so I can make another greenhouse. So that's that little plan. This shade area will be repaired and will be put back over this pond. So this is actually, this pond was fantastic over summer. If you run water, it's easy to fill up again. So and it holds the water, so that's great with that. This orchard area over here, where I have planted some fruit trees. This is now behind the house. I will plant more fruit trees, because that's the aim, is just to turn this area into another orchard. And then the field over there, I want to be able to enclose that area, those fields, for more grazing areas for the pigs as well. But I need to cover that well, or do something around the well so that the pigs can't get in there. And this pond over here that we're slowly creating, yeah, it fills up just on the other side of this embankment over here. So this was the pen that was, or the pig house that was prepared for Coco Pop and her piglets. And it's nice and dry and warm, but she decided to have them in the rain on the other side. She had some plan, but I think they started coming before she could carry out her plan. This IBC tank system has worked so well. I definitely want to get some more IBC tanks that I can put up around the farm. So I want to put next to the water mine, and then that can go to a new pen across the road that I'm going to start working on very soon. But this area here, where you see the chicken house over there, this has still got to get fenced in. For the chickens, I want to let them be able to include this big oak tree over here in their pen so that they can get shade during summer as well. It's always so beautiful after some rain. So this pen has like a nice shade area in summer, but the pen that the 9 other pigs are in has got lots of shade. It's really good for them. And this, it looks just like a bush over here, but that's actually the top of a large oak tree, and they like to go under it. It's almost like a cave for them. Let's see the water mine after another night of rain. Definitely pretty full. In fact, very full. So I want to put, I think probably in this flat area over here, put a couple of IBC tanks, because then it's easy. Then we just dig a channel across the road again, and where I want to put the next pen, then they can get water that'll come from here. So this is the little path that goes down to the water mine, is just over there, just behind where Juno is, a little bit further down. And this is the road. So if I have IBC tanks there, I can make a channel across here and have a tap over there for water. And I'm going to fence a large part of this area in. I can build a pig house over here, because I'm seeing it's It's a nice flat area over here. Maybe where that those branches are, it's a little bit higher up. But there's a nice flat area, and it doesn't seem to be getting waterlogged after all the rain. This pen over here is a really good one in summer because once again there's a lot of shade from these trees, and right at the bottom over there is where I had like a little pond going, and that worked quite well. Some plants, I've sprinkled some grass in here as well. I can see it's looking quite green where I sprinkled grass. But this one I think in summer will be great because of all the oak trees that give shade. But yeah, where I'm standing now, I think I'm going to do the pig house over here. And the water that comes, I don't know if you can make out where the solar panel is, that's where the water mine is. And then I can bring the water over here rather than making it go up the hill. So that's the plan over here. So what I'm going to do this morning is I just want to measure out how many posts I'm going to need. So I'm just going to sort of like, I've got the tape measure, but I don't have anybody to hold the other end. So I might just do paces and then count my paces afterwards. That might be the easiest way to do it. But this fence as well is I've got some chicken wire, like the low chicken wire, that I want to put all the way around because I noticed that the piglets here, what they could do was they can fit through this sheep fencing. So I've got to, like Cocoa Pops 1 has got chicken wire at the bottom. I've got to do chicken wire at the top. This top pen, should I say. Right, so there's 2 pig houses here. So I think what I will be doing let me just get in there. What I'll be doing is I'm going to actually put a fence from like the middle of these what did I call them, chicken houses, pig houses, I can't even remember what I said, but anyway, so the middle of the 2 of them, I'm going to put a fence going across with a gate so that this will be one pen and that will be another pen, and then I won't end up with Cinnamon Bun feeding someone else's babies. Again, they'll each have their own pen rather than having a large shared pen. So this is the plan for this area. You can see the grass seeds I threw down are going well. Yeah, so the fence will come across, dividing it into 2. So over here, so you can see where the land has been cleared in between over here. This is the neighbor's property. So the border between our 2 properties is quite tricky. So you can see over here, the wilder one is mine, that's the neighbor's. So what I want to do, I'll leave like a little path over here, but I want to start maybe from here, this corner over here, and then come out a bit to where I'm standing over here, and then just go straight up. So this pen will include this area as well. So I just want to fence this in, then we can clearly see the boundary. Which comes, so my property goes, it's like at an angle, goes all the way up here. It's actually a straight line, but it's not always easy to see. Yeah, so it goes up. So if this will be another, my aim is to make this into another large pig pen, because there'll be all these acorns and lots of things for the pigs to do in this pen. So here is my mushroom rock. Here's the mushroom rock and the oak tree. So I'm actually, let me come. So the border actually comes all the way up here. This side of the oak trees. You can see here some stones. Those are like boundary stones there. So it comes, yeah, goes straight down there past the mushroom rock. So this whole area will all be in one large pig pen. What are you dogs chewing on now? Hey? Sticks. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'll then have it coming along here. So I'm going to make a fence. And then there is a road that comes up, so I'll probably stop on the side of the road over here. So this whole area between that pig pen that I said I'm going to split into two will be one big pig pen that will be brilliant in summer. Then my next plan, like this would be such a great camping area up here. So I don't want to close this in yet. You can see Louisa's tent down there. But up here, I want to actually build a little log cabin for when I have visitors coming. I think I might see some, I don't know if those are parasol mushrooms. These ones are not, these are something else. Oh, I don't know what these ones are. The only one that I know is edible is a parasol one. You do get other ones here as well that we collected last year, but I don't know much about these mushrooms. Here's a different kind over here, but these ones are very tiny. No, these aren't. I got all excited thinking they're parasols, but they're not. I'm not sure if these are the ones. There was one a friend of mine was showing me, and they were so delicious. They tasted almost like steaks. But I don't know if it's this. I mean, it's just amazing standing here and just listening to the birds. So I think a log cabin in the woods over here would be great, nice and private. And if anybody's got tents, the olive grove is always perfect for that. And Tundi is always around to protect you. Here's a different kind of mushroom, but yeah, I don't know. I'm too scared to eat ones that I don't recognize. Some more wood that I need to come and collect. And there's also sort of, here's another whole pile of wood up here that I've got to just, you know, these are from trees that fell down. And that I've got to just cut them up. I've got to come in with my little chainsaw, I think, and deal with those. There's more wood that can be collected there. And then when Frank comes to level that ground for me to be able to start building a barn, I'm going to get him just to grade this road a little bit as well. I might get like a delivery of some stone or something. But I mean, the thing is, if you put gravel in, it just washes away. So I'm not sure. See, that part, I mean, I can dig things on the side, but the other part I'm not too sure about. And eventually I will put in another pig pen. That area there around the rocks, there's also lots of nice shade areas, and there's like grassy areas as well. So that is the plan. I'm going to put in 2 more big pig pens. That's what I'm going to be doing. This wood still needs to be picked up over here. I tried to lift some of those, they're very heavy. So the chicken house is finished. Steve finished that, but yeah, this part will all be fenced in for chickens. So that's also a plan. This wood needs to be cut up as well. And I will have to register a fire, I think, and burn a lot of that, because I think it's too dry to go through the wood chipper now. That's the thing, is when you have it and it's green, you can't put it through the wood chipper because it's at that fire season time where you can't run machinery like that. And then when it's dry, you can't put it through the wood chipper because it's dry. So, yeah. I'm wondering how easy it'll be to cut this bit of chicken wire that I've got left, because I don't need it this high. How easy is it to cut it in half with wire cutters? I need to look into that, because then I can go double the distance. So the plan for this is, besides building more pig houses and shade areas, it's also, I want to try and see if I can use it for like post and rail fencing. That area that I just showed where I want to make another pig pen. I'm thinking this might work for post and rail. And then that lot belongs to my neighbor, because the truck can't go down to her property. So these paving bricks. This I want to move down to the house area, and I want to just pave like a path that goes from the kitchen to the bathroom, so you're not walking sand in everywhere when you walk on the wet ground. So that's the plan with these. And the plan with this old freezer is to turn it into a smoker. So there are directions online how you do that, but it's not top of the list of priorities at the moment. But what you got to remember, this is all a 5-year plan. I'm just 1 year into the 5-year plan. Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm not expecting to get all of this done in 1 year, but I'm just showing you the plans that I have sort of thought about the future and what I want it to look like and what I want to happen here. But it's all a work in progress. So this area, I'm going to sort of further develop the raised garden bed area, maybe go out a little bit more with some more, because they're quite successful. And then I'm going to actually build a proper veranda that'll end where the barbecue is, because I want to have a pizza oven next to the barbecue area, and like a little fire pit there as well for my poiki, my pot, my big cast iron pot, and also like a little cement workstation area there as well for when you are busy with your barbecue. But this veranda will be covered over, so this will act, and then the ground will all be paved, so this will be my lounge sitting room area will be outside, but it'll be undercover. And the aim is to eventually get those blinds that you see in restaurants, those plastic see-through blinds that you can pull down when it's raining. So that's the aim with that. Over here, I think I am going to build some kind of a retaining wall along this area here somehow. I can't dig down any further because that's basically Frank tried to scrape down to create a French drain, and that's as far down as he could get. It's just solid granite. So the granite that the house was built on, the slab continues. You can see there it goes up here as well. This is all you can see there. You can see it coming through. The sand isn't even covering it there. And here you can see this granite slab here is the one that goes all the way. A house is built on, and then that one next to the solar panels are on. That's all part of the same big granite slab. So this area here, where things have just been stored a little bit over here under this overhang, the plan for this is to turn this into the spare bedroom. So the floor will eventually obviously be concreted. I'm going to incorporate this big boulder into it like Monsanto. The top stones will come down and will be built back on again so that it's not with so many holes and a bit skew and rickety. So we're going to sort of rebuild this wall and obviously use some of these big stones over here, rebuilding there, and where the bags of soil are over there, there's like a gap, and I'm going to put in a big window over there so that whoever stays in this room will have a nice view. And thank you, Kim, for these lovely tiles. These are going to go in my shower area when I build it. So I'm not going to put in like a shower cubicle. I'm going to build it with blocks so that I've got nice smooth walls to be able to tile. And of course the kitchen, which is now like a laundry because I can't have the washing outside because it's raining. This area will be completed as well. I'm going to have a, once the windows are done and the floor is finished, I'm going to have an island bench that's going to come out with more storage space under it. Definitely time for more coffee. So my property actually ends over here where you see these big stones, and I think maybe a little post and rail fence would be good over there as well. Flowers are open. So I am going to get another IBC tank over here to catch rainwater because that worked really well last year. Here's a whole lot of bottle bricks here. There's more over there. I need to clear up that bramble. But what I've got to do is, I've been wanting to do more work on this wall, but with the weather being like this, I'm not building in this weather. But I've got to fill in this channel over here with small stones and then gravel, and then Nick is going to concrete over here, and the shower will be coming over here. But once we have to have the floor in first, and then I can build the wall around, so the shower will have a wall. Well, I mean, the whole thing is a wall. I mean, that's a wall as well, but you know what I mean. The brick wall will be here on this side. The sink will be going there. You just got to use your imagination at the moment. And this big boulder that obviously we can't move, this will be incorporated into the bathroom. So it's all going to look very unique. And then, of course, with the bottles. It will actually be nice to get another shed and put another shed up here where I can keep tools for raised garden beds over here. So that's another little plan. But yeah, so my border is there and it goes down, and then I got like another field that goes out that way. Where I've already got the fence with the socks on. That's worked quite well, actually. So my plan with the solar panels is I think I'm going to invest in more solar panels, and I'm going to be changing the lead acid batteries to lithium, and then the lead acid batteries I'm going to, oops, there's the kettle. Let me go and do that and I'll get back to talking about my lead acid batteries. Right, so my plan with the lead acid batteries is that I'm going to then move them down to that area where I showed you earlier, where I'm going to build the barn. And then that'll have solar panels that I'll probably put on the roof over there. And so that means that I will then be able to have light, electricity, and the heat lamps going in the barn. So my next area of focus before I get onto the spare bedroom is the barn. I want to start with that. I need to book in Frank the Digger, and in the meantime the bathroom will be continuing as well. So I know it's a lot of projects, but as I say, Rome was definitely not built in a day, and if I keep plugging away at them, I'll get it done eventually. As I say, I've given myself 5 years. 5 years. It doesn't... And you know what? I thought I would take a year to be able to live here. But I did it in six months. So it's possible. It's possible. Look at these parasol mushrooms. So you know a mushroom is a parasol mushroom when it's got like a snakeskin pattern over there. But these ones are definitely ready for harvesting. But look, if I put my hand next to it, look how big it is. Massive. Right, here we go. Look at this. Yeah, Nick, Christine, Leluca, where's Ange?
Ange is there.
Oh, she's busy trying to find the...
I need to get these pumpkins.
Right.